Whoopsie. Where's the IRL photo? Oh wait, fuck yeah, you're right. Hold on. Hold on, we gotta put the IRL photo back up so I don't get banned. Well, ban me if I don't put this up, bro. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh. Good call, so close. As long as we have the IRL Nyannie photo up, we will never get banned. Because it's okay. It's okay for me to actually be on stream and pop my entire pussy open. But it's not okay if my VTuber model pops its pussy open. It's okay for me to turn on my webcam and spread my entire cheeks and lay out a fucking nuclear gastric bypass fart on the microphone. But it's not okay for me to show a little bit of hip on the model. Because Twitch is what they are, I guess, apparently. It's racism against anime women, exactly. They say that gamers are the most suppressed race, but actually anime women are the most suppressed race. YouTube is fine with that. YouTube is chill with anything, I'll be real. There was a group of YouTubers a couple years back that were known for what they did is they had like a Splatoon tournament. And if you guys don't know what Splatoon is, it's like that, like the octopus game on Nintendo Switch where you have to like spread your ink around, right? Or the Squid Game where you have to like spread your ink around. Was the music too loud? Oh, whoopsie. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on a brand new PC and all my settings are completely, what's it called? Are completely not what they usually are. So I'm sorry. Everything is, what's it called? I'm still dialing in everything in from how it was my old PC. But yeah, there's a group of YouTubers a couple years back that they had like a Splatoon tournament, right? And what they would do is they green screened out the color of their characters like ink, and then they put porn. Or yeah, they would green screen out like the colors of the ink, and then they would put porn to play like where the green screen was. So that basically the objective of the stream was to do your best to not let your entire screen get green screen, because if you let the enemy team ink all of your shit, you'd get banned on YouTube for what's it called? For showing porn on stream, which obviously you can't do with any streaming platform. But on Twitch, a stunt like that would get you fucking banned, swatted, thrown in jail, deported from the United States, fucking banished to another planet, like publicly executed, debanked, all of your money taken away, your family kidnapped, interrogated by the CIA, have your nipples hooked up to jumper cables, right? On YouTube, all they got was a fucking, what's it called? They got like a 1 week ban or something. They got like a 1 week ban for that. You could not get away with that shit on Switch, dude. There's just absolutely no way that they would ever let that fly. You'd like the last part though? Okay, listen. Just because I fantasize about having jumper cables hooked up to my boobs, that doesn't say anything about me, okay? It doesn't say shit. It just, that is not the weirdest thing that anybody has ever been into, okay? It's not the weirdest thing that anybody on this planet has ever been into. So don't sit here and gaslight me. Don't sit here and try and gaslight me into thinking that I'm weird for being into something like that, dude. Says everything I need to know. Okay, dude. Okay, buddy. Be so for real right now. Are we real now? Are we for real right now? Are we being for real right now? Yeah, you know, it's not that bad when somebody married a car. Fuck, hell, dude. I guess that's true. Somebody did marry a car, didn't they? Anyhow, before we go any further, I want to thank everybody that has supported before the stream started. I am so sorry I got sidetracked. I meant to go through and thank subs. Um, Cast with the 18 months tier 1. Thank you so much. Your shins will not be returned. Capcan with the prime subby. Welcome to the Goon Squad. Pavlok with the 100 biddies. Rude Robin with the gift subby. Clap Spatin HD, what a name, with the prime subby. Isolate Stray with the prime subby. Winter with the 23 months tier 1. Holy shit, dude. Ulnasi with the prime subby. For 4 months. QWL00, where you like XQC from, I don't know, I had a joke in my brain. Welcome back, and thank you all so much for joining the Goon Squad and for supporting me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. When do we have to donate our kidneys for the Church of Nyannie? It'll be like a ritual. It'll be a ritual. Don't worry. You'll get an invite. Basically, here's the plan, right? I'm gonna get like a Squid Game type recruiter guy to come to all of your houses and hand you little business cards with phone numbers on them, right? And then he'll slap the shit out of you a little bit, just like in Squid Game. And then I'm gonna gather all of you in one place, and I'm gonna make you fight over something stupid. And the winner, I don't know, I'll crush your pelvis or something. I don't know. I'll kill you with Snoo Snoo. That'll be the prize. You either die or you get to die by Snoo Snoo. Those are your options. I had a way more fleshed out idea in my head, but it didn't want to come out of my mouth. Chat, this is not legally binding. No, this is legally binding. This is a legally binding statement. This is a legally binding statement, meaning that if there's a group of 500 people that goes missing and one of them turns up with a broken pelvis, I should be involved in the court case. You sign the contract once you follow it. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Anyhow, somebody mentioned earlier that somebody apparently married a car, which that wasn't something I had ever heard of happening before, but it doesn't surprise me. But it kind of got me thinking about cars, right? And how scared I am to touch my car right now, because you guys won't believe the fucking expedition I had to go on this week. You won't fucking believe it, okay? I'll be real. I don't like, whenever chaotic things happen in my life, chat, I usually try not to like complain about them or like get up here and trauma dump to you guys, because I don't want you to like feel sad or worried for me, because I only like it when you guys are happy. I don't want you to like feel awful and like terrible. So I try and keep it to myself whenever bad shit happens. But I'm not gonna lie, what happened this week was like insane enough that I actually vlogged it. For the first time in my life, I made an actual literal vlog on something. Because it was that fucking like, it was that out there. It was that fucking insane. Express your feelings. Car's a bit hot right now. No, I didn't run from the police, at least not recently. I guess I technically ran from the police a couple days ago. But it wasn't running. Okay, chat, listen, it doesn't count as running from the police if they don't turn their lights and sirens on. Basically, okay, this has nothing to do with the story at hand. But I was driving on a road and I was spaced out and I was listening to music and I was having a lot of fun. Okay. I was having a lot of fun. I didn't realize that the speed limit on the road was 40 miles an hour and I was speeding up to 80. I was doing 80, okay? And as I am doing 80 miles an hour, I see a state trooper pass me in the opposite lane, right? And as he is passing me in the opposite lane, we're going through an intersection, I see him slow down and slowly start to make a U-turn. And I'm like, oh shit. So I speed up, I get the fuck out of there, right? I'm like dodging, weaving, changing lanes through traffic and shit, until I can find like a parking lot, right? And I pull up to like nearby, like a big shopping mall. I pull into the parking lot there, and I go around the other side of the shopping mall. And I swear, as I'm pulling into that shopping mall, I didn't see it, but I heard police sirens going down the road. If I hadn't noticed that guy, I would have been so cooked. I don't know if that would have counted as reckless driving or not. I don't know if that's a speed ticket or if it's reckless driving. I feel like local police might just give you a speed ticket for it, but I feel like when it's a state trooper, it's just reckless driving straight up. That's reckless endangerment? Oh shit. Okay, so basically I committed a felony. You can't prove it though, so it doesn't matter. There's no proof of it anymore. They can't prove it. So there was no traffic stop, there was no anything. Nobody did anything. It can't be proved. It won't hold up in court. In Minecraft, you just did? Well, no, I didn't just prove it because I didn't give you any proof. We got it on stream though. Guys, the stream doesn't mean anything. A judge could pull up my stream in front of an entire fucking courtroom and it wouldn't count as evidence. It's the same thing as music. Chat, this is the reason why, what's it called? Fucking... Chat, this is the... Hold on. This song, right? Where is it? I'm trying to find a very specific verse in this song. There's a very specific verse in this song. Hold on, just listen. Just stay with me. Oh, there it is. Okay, chat, listen, just listen to this verse, okay? This got brought up in court. They brought this song up in court. This was played in a court case. But they couldn't do anything about it because it's a song. It's artistic. Chat, you can commit to whatever crimes you want as long as you're doing it in a quote unquote artistic fashion. Okay. Like if you paint a mural of a murder you committed, that can't be used as evidence. Okay. If you go in a song and you talk about how you can write a song and have the lyrics to the song be like, I woke up at 8:30 a.m. Then I walked outside and it was about 8:45 when I walked outside and I saw a passerby and then I shot the passerby with a 9mm CZ-P09 and then I ran away afterward and then I hid the body at these coordinates. Like, it doesn't matter what you confess in the song. It literally it can't be used against you. It literally can't be used against you. Yeah, it's only partially true. Certain elements can be used against you, but the song itself can't be. They just can't. They literally can't be used against you. They can be taken into consideration, yes. Like it might, if you're having like a jury trial, right? And then the jury trial hears you talk about how you pistol whipped a fella for 40 minutes, right? That might change their opinion a little bit, but it doesn't like... Chat, there's no evidence. So literally, guys, I could tell you right now. I could tell you right now that I am using my live stream as a front for an international arms trade. I am illegally trading 3D printed firearms in South Africa. And if the FBI tried to come after me over it, they couldn't do anything. They literally could not do anything. It would not count. It wouldn't count. There's no evidence. I said this on stream. I can say whatever I want. Nobody can do anything. I can't say. There's one specific sentence that you're not allowed to say in the United States that I'm not going to say. All right. But besides that, everything else goes. I could sit here and make criminal threats on stream all day, and Twitch are the only people that could do anything about it. What is it? I'm not trying to have CIA show up in my house. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. See it, Nyannie? No, absolutely not. Say it, but before you do, say it's for educational purposes. Okay, fine. For educational purposes, I am currently informing my chat that you are not allowed to say, I want to kill the president. Now, obviously, I was allowed to say it right there because I was informing you for educational purposes. But if I wasn't saying that this was like an educational context, I couldn't say things like, I want to, I'm not going to go any further. Chat, this is so very slow. You're trying to get me in trouble. I knew you guys were feds. I knew you were working with the feds, bro. I knew you were working with the fucking feds. There are way too many of you in the military in this fucking chat room, okay? You guys have to understand, I told my therapist this. I told my therapist, she called me crazy. I told my therapist that I think that I actually might be being watched by a subdivision of the National Guard. Because so many people in my chat are part of the National Guard or part of the Navy. I think the feds are watching me. I'm serious. I told this to my therapist and she was like, oh, you know, like, haha. She laughed it off as like a joke, right? She thought I was just being like jokey funny. I am actually unironically convinced that this is happening. Okay. I work for the National Guard. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. You're definitely on a list. Yeah. Fucking. Bro, I think I got myself put on a list when when one time we were going through TSA when I was young and I asked my mom if she had a gun on her. I'm pretty sure that got me put on a list. Because from the time that happened, my mom has not been able to get on a commercial flight in the United States without getting quote unquote random security checks. And I think by virtue of that also put me on a list as well. It would not surprise me. If your therapist called you crazy, you need a new therapist. Hot take. I think that applies to everybody else who isn't me. It applies to everybody who isn't me. Insane. Anyhow, basically, so the story, guys, the story was not that it was not that I ran from the police. It was that, so basically, let me lay this out for you, okay? And now you guys will finally know the lengths that I go to for you, okay? So let me lay a problem out for you, okay? So earlier this week, right? Earlier this week for one day, right? I had to go over to Ohio to get some of my 3D equipment for a stream that we're doing tomorrow, okay? Because I didn't have my index with me in my new place. I didn't have my index or my trackers or anything with. Guys, just stay with me, okay? I know I said Ohio, but just stay with me, okay? I didn't have my index or my trackers or anything with me. So, but I had to be back in back in Chicago by the same day, okay? I didn't have any time to mess around. We have a 3D stream tomorrow. I had to get things set up, so I had no time to waste, right? So I'm in Ohio. I have to get to Chicago, right? No time to waste. And it's like a 3.5 hour drive, okay? It's not super long. But The problem is that it is currently tornado season in the Midwest, okay? It is currently tornado season in the Midwest. And Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, fucking everywhere out here, fucking even Missouri, Mississippi. I don't think Mississippi is in the Midwest, actually. Never mind. I don't know my geography. Everywhere is getting absolutely battered by tornadoes. I don't know if you guys have like seen the weather reports, but like if you're in one of those states, you're probably under some kind of fucking like watch or warning right now, okay? And obviously, tornadoes are very dangerous weather, all right? Now, I used to live in Florida, so I'm no stranger to bad weather, okay? The average Florida thunderstorm is a fucking ground-shattering, earth-breaking, catastrophic storm. Up here, okay? So I've been through hurricanes. I went through Hurricane Irma, okay? I was there for a lot of like the major hurricanes that hit Florida, right? So it wasn't a big deal. It was not the biggest deal in the world to me. I figured that I had time. I figured that I had time to get from Ohio to Illinois
Under J
before
gifted
the
a tier 1
hit.
sub to coffee
And I
underscore
had
is
like a
underscore my
30-minute
addiction.
window to
This
leave
is their first
Ohio
gift sub
before
in
it
the
went
channel.
under tornado warning, right? Now, most sane people are gonna be like, oh, you know, there's a fucking tornado warning. What's it called? There's gonna be bad weather. So logically speaking, I am going to stay here and wait out the bad weather because that is the safe, rational thing to do. Not me, though. I decided not to wait out the bad weather. I decided to drive right through it and go on the journey anyway. Because why? For what reason? What was my justification? I have a stream Friday. I felt, you guys don't understand, I felt so bad at the idea that I might have to, what's it called, like cancel this week's streams or like move the streams around, because I've already had to do so much of that in the past. I've had to leave you guys alone for weeks at a time, and I felt terrible about it. Like, chat, I need you guys to know that when I feel like I've made you guys mad or I feel like I've disappointed you, I literally lose sleep over it, okay? I literally lose sleep over it. Okay, so I was not gonna let this fly again. It wasn't gonna happen. I was not missing another stream. I was not gonna move anything else around again. Okay, so I looked at the radar, right? I have this little radar like weather app on my phone that shows me where the storms are, and I saw that the worst parts of the storm were about like probably an hour south of where I was at my starting point, okay? So I was like, okay, if I leave right now, I can make it back to Chicago in time, right? Without getting caught in the bad weather. However, I forgot one critical detail. I am not a fucking meteorologist, and I don't know anything about how weather moves or about wind speeds or anything like that, right? So when we got off to a start, right, things are going relatively okay, right? This is about what the weather looked like. It wasn't terrible, right? It was manageable. Like everybody has driven weather like that for their lives, right? Like that's just your average rain. It's overcast, right? It's perfectly okay, right? It's all right. Like look at that, chat. Like hold on, let me enlarge it a little bit. Everybody has driven through stuff like this. It's not terrible, right? There's barely any rain on my windshield. I'm all right. I'm okay. And at this point, I'm thinking like, okay, this isn't so bad. Like, I just have to keep up a relatively good pace and I will make it home. I'm sitting here, I'm listening to funk, I'm vibing, right? Okay? And I'm getting cocky, right? I'm like texting my friends. I'm like, guys, I finally did it this time. I'm racing a tornado and I'm about to win, right? I'm racing a tornado and I'm gonna fucking win. I called I called fucking like what's it called? I called one of my other like streamer friends, and I was like, bro, dude, you won't believe what I'm doing right now. I'm doing like 100 on the fucking state road. There was so much adrenaline going through my veins. I felt so badass. You guys don't even know. There was a point where I like started listening to fucking Lana Del Rey, right? Now. We all know that it's good to be a little cocky, right? After all, cockiness helps self-confidence, okay? Cockiness helps you be self-confident. There's a healthy amount of ego and narcissism to have that helps you to feel good about yourself without making you make bad decisions or say bad things. I fear that this may have been one of those situations where being cocky was not the right thing to do because, oh, I'm so sorry about your ears. Dude, why is it flipped this way? Hold on, let me flip this over real quick. Rotate there. I don't know if you can like see it, but the weather very quickly picked up and started to get worse. I think in this video, I was trying, I don't remember what I said. I think I was like trying to show that, what's it called? Yeah, that there was like, I started seeing like flashes of like lightning and whatnot over here. And it was like, it was a lot darker than it looked in my defense. The phone doesn't do it justice. It looks a lot darker, okay? So at this point, I'm getting nervous, right? I'm getting nervous. It's getting darker. The wind is starting to pick up a lot. The rain is starting to fall faster. And I'm like, oh shit, right? Now, here's the kicker. I know a lot of you guys are saying that this is normal weather, right? That Midwesterners are not scared of tornadoes, okay? That a little bit of wind isn't gonna hurt anybody, right? Am I right? Are those statements true, chat? That Midwesterners are not scared of bad weather? Am I right when I say that? Am I correct? Southerners too, but Southerners with hurricanes, right? Yeah, right. But you guys have to understand. You guys have to understand that bad weather is a lot scarier to drive through when you're not driving through it in a car that is sensible for bad weather. That car in those videos is a McLaren GT. It is a car that is made almost entirely of carbon fiber, which means that it is very light and susceptible to wind. It is a very stable vehicle under normal conditions, but under not normal conditions, it is very light. It is very susceptible to wind. It is a lot, if it starts raining too hard, the engine is too powerful and my wheels will not be able to get traction on the ground. So I'll probably spin the fuck out and die, right? So it starts raining harder. The sky is turning green, which if you've ever been near a tornado or anywhere near tornadoes, you'll know that the sky turning green is not a good sign, okay? Right? So I pull over into a truck stop, okay? I pull into a truck stop and I pull up to a gas pump to pull up my phone and I'm looking at the radar, I'm assessing the situation. And fucking like people are rushing in and out of the stop. They're like really quickly getting gas and running away. And I'm getting weird fucking looks because everybody out here is in like a Jeep or an SUV or a fucking like all-wheel drive like Ram 1500. And I'm over here. I'm over here in this 1.5 ton casket. People are looking at me like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is, right? Like, I at the time, I felt like I had aura, but looking back on it, they weren't looking at me for the aura. They were looking at me because they thought I was fucking stupid to be doing what I was doing, right? So, at this point, I'm nervous. I'm scared. The rain is coming down really hard, right? I tried to keep driving, but literally before I even left the parking lot, I almost spun out because I hit the gas pedal just a little bit too hard for the amount of water on the ground. So I look at the map. I try to find a nearby Walmart, right? This is my plan. I'm gonna find a Walmart in like a town nearby. right? I'm gonna drive as fast as humanly possible without losing control of the car to that Walmart. I'm gonna park the car in the parking lot away from other cars so that if it gets flipped over by the wind, it doesn't get fully fucking destroyed and totaled, okay? And I'm gonna run inside the Walmart, right? Now, I almost decided not to do this and to try and keep driving, but when I got, what's it called? When I got to the Walmart parking lot, this is how the weather looked. This is how it was starting to look. You can't really see it super well in this video. The camera was able to pick it up just fine, right? That's not, okay, chat, guys, you have to understand, that was not a light sprinkle. The camera picks up too much light. You can see the entrance to the Walmart over there, like on the left of the frame. I could not see that very well with my naked eyes, right? The camera could see through it just fine. It was fucking dark. It was raining. Like, hold on, let me enlarge it a little bit, just so you can understand better what I'm talking about. Just so you can better understand what I'm talking about. And once again, chat, the issue is not necessarily the weather. It's the fact that I can't look at the fucking rain sweeping across the ground with that wind. I can't drive this car in that weather. Guys, you can't drive a 600 horsepower fucking 1.5 ton car through weather like this. You will lose control. Yes, you can. I would love to see somebody do it. I would love to see somebody do that. Yeah, you can. I've rode my motorcycle through worse. Dude, that's not light rain, bro. Chat, you want to know why I know it's not light rain? Well, you kind of did do it. No, because as soon as I got to the parking lot, that was how things started to look. Hold on, let me pull up a photo real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up a photo so that you guys will finally understand what it is that I'm talking about. I feel like the camera is not picking things up properly. I don't think you guys fully understand the scope of what is going on in that video unless I show you the what's it called, the weather report from the place that I was in. And before the fucking what's it called, the people that are gonna be like, I am zooming in on your location. Okay, so where is it? I know I have it here somewhere. Yeah, it's okay to be a little bit afraid of rain, don't worry. It's not, guys, it wasn't the rain. Just accept you're a wuss, yeah, but more susceptible to hydroplaning. Guys, chat, guys, you have to keep in mind, I was trying to make it home. I understand that a lot of you might have fucking oh well attitudes, but I was trying to make it home so that I could stream and so that I could see my chatty, okay? Okay, so this photo right here, right? So if you guys look at the bottom left corner of that photo, right? And you look at that little red zone area, okay? You will, that little bit of red within the span of 20 minutes made it all the way up to over where my, what's it called? It made it all the way up to over where my location was, which is that blue dot on the right? In 30 minutes, half an hour that happened, right? And there, you'll notice there's also, if I enlarge it a little bit, there's also a little box around the area that I'm in, that I was in. Look, you just doxing yourself. I don't live here. I am the guy. I'm in the middle of nowhere. That's not a dox, bro. Okay, so there's a red box around that box. Do you want to know why? Do you want to take one guess why that box might be red? Give me one guess why there might be a red box around that entire area. Throw out your best guesses, chat. Because they're alerting the locals, the resident whimper, right? Mods, take that guy, strap him to a chair, take a fucking rubber mallet and hit his balls 59 times until they fucking explode. Strap him to a chair, take a rubber mallet and hit his balls 59 times until they fucking explode. I don't want him to stop until there is semen on the walls from the pain that he is in. High wind speeds, yes. Guys, it is, okay, you guys know how in Fortnite, right? In Fortnite, you're not supposed to go in the purple because the purple is where the dangerous weather is, right? This basically works the same way. There's a big red box around that area because meteorologists have spotted tornadoes in dangerous fucking weather conditions in that area. And I am sitting here right smack dab in the fucking middle of it, okay? So you don't sit here and tell me that this is light weather that you would feel comfortable driving a fucking McLaren through. Because guys, you have to understand that, like, if I was in like a truck or an SUV, right, this is nothing. It would have been fine. I personally would have felt comfortable. But this car isn't like, it doesn't weigh anything. Like if the wind like got just a little bit too quickly, I would not have been able to physically handle it. I would have lost control and gotten stuck in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere, away from all my friends, away from all my family, with what's it called? And me being me, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't feel comfortable being stuck out in the middle of fucking nowhere Midwest, okay? That's drifting weather? No. See, the reason that I know you guys are gaslighting me is because what's it called? When I went into the Walmart, the like greeter people were talking about how like they were like, oh yeah, like we're really like, you know, you should be really glad that you got here just in time, right? And then as I was leaving, the fucking Walmart employees were telling me that I shouldn't leave and that I should what's it called? That I shouldn't leave and that I should stay for like at least another hour, right? Because it's too dangerous. If Midwesterners, guys, if Midwesterners are telling you that the weather is too dangerous for you to leave, that's typically a sign that it's bad, okay? It's typically a sign that it's bad. I really wish I got a video of like when I ran into the store, right? Because what happened was that like the reason that I went inside the Walmart instead of just sitting in the parking lot, because I was initially just gonna sit in the parking lot and like look how things got, right? It started to pick up really hard to the point that I literally could not see what was going on around me because the rain was coming down so hard. Like there got to be a point where I was in the first parking spot next to the other entrance to the Walmart, and what's it called? And I couldn't see the entrance. Like the only thing that I could see was the light coming through the rain. Like I could see maybe 5 feet in front of me and that was about it, right? And when I went to open the door to my car, the wind blew it closed. The wind blew the fucking door closed. That's not, guy, I did 100 miles an hour in pissing rain, you're fine. In what car? In what car? My car is the size of an ant. My car is the size of an ant. A Focus ST? You're capping, bro. You did not do 100 miles an hour in weather like that. That car is front wheel drive, dude. Is that car not front wheel drive? There's no way. I refuse to believe you. I don't believe you. I've driven my minivan through some serious weather, but that's because Ruby is damn near unkillable and is 4 tons, maybe 5 with all the stuff I carry around. Yeah, like I said, chat, if the vehicle I was in was like 4 or 5 tons, I would feel infinitely better about that. My Civic Type R weighs maybe 1,400 pounds and it's literally drifting weather. Chat, drifting weather is when it drizzles a little bit and then the ground gets wet so that you can slide around easier when your traction control is off. Okay? Drifting weather is not tornadoes on the fucking ground and wind so fast that it blows your door closed when you try to get out of your car. Like, guys, I understand that you guys want to play a main character, but I look like this, okay? Do I look like somebody who is able to handle this, like, mentally? You guys have to understand, I actually thought I was done for. Like, you guys have to understand, I was so scared that I literally thought I was fucking done for. Like, I thought that I was gonna get knocked on my fucking ass and die before I even made it into the store. The girth of your ass would add extra downforce? Bro, dude. Not enough downforce. It was like, the wind was going like 50, 60 miles an hour. That's dangerous. Oh my God, you guys are trying to gaslight me. Yeah, Tat, one of these days, I'm gonna like turn up dead from fucking like driving in bad weather, and then you're gonna feel really bad. There's gonna be a news report. Popular Gooner Vtuber Nyannie, known for beating Dark Souls games with vibrators, found dead in Lake Michigan after she lost control and drowned. Nyannie, not as thick as she claims, confirmed, can't even weigh down her own car in some mild wind. You know, I might not be able to produce enough downforce with this ass to keep my car down in 50 miles an hour winds, but I can absolutely produce enough downforce to fucking kill you.
Hollywood76117 gifted a tier 1 sub to Epic Night 324.
I will sit on your face, create a seal, and the last thing you will smell before you lose consciousness is my post-workout butthole. Wait, is that inciting violence? Am I allowed to do that? I think what I said might be TOS. Whoopsie. Chat, can somebody clip that and post it in the Discord server? I don't. My clip button isn't working on my stream deck. Can somebody clip that? That was really fun. But that was a funny haha meme moment. That was a funny haha Nyannie moment. If you clip it, I'll kiss you IRL.
Crimson Nomad gifted a tier 1 sub to Denism42.
Hello to the 2 gifties and Crimson with a 1 gift sub. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Welcome to Goon Squad. Cooties? Oh my God, bro. Chat, I'm gonna get you one of these days. You're gonna be sleeping and you're gonna hear a knock at your window. And you're gonna hear me talking outside. And you're gonna fucking wish you hadn't said half the shit that you say in here. I'm glad you're home safe and sound, and I hope you don't get Wizard of Oz off the road. Yeah, see, thank you. Thank you. Fucking thank you. That is all I wanted to hear, okay? You guys have to understand, listen, I know that all of you are just like, oh yeah, fucking main character, Leonardo DiCaprio, drive a motorcycle through a fucking hurricane, right? I was scared for my life, personally. Okay. Because again, you don't have to be a fucking meteorologist to realize how bad this is. You guys don't have to be a meteorologist to see how bad this weather is, dude. You can't drive. Hold on. Where's the fucking? Let me. McLaren GT. Wait. Where is it? Fucking. You guys. You don't have to be a meteorologist to see how bad that is. I lived in Florida for a decade.
Crimson Nomad gifted a tier 1 sub to
that made me legitimately
they have
scared.
Given 4 gift subs in the channel.
I don't need to be a Midwesterner to know you have soft hands if you can't drive in that. I do have soft hands. I'm a fucking... Chat, I drink Red Bull for breakfast. Okay? I sit on my fuck machine when I'm sad, okay? I'm a dog on the internet, right? And I'm a pillow princess, okay? Of course I have soft hands. I'm not built like some fucking, what's it called? Like nonchalant badass as much as I wish it was, okay? I look like this. Of course I have soft hands. Like, bro. Grit 100 hands. You don't have grit 100 hands. You have to be a fucking like, you have to be a fucking giga chad to have grit 100 hands. Put your soft hands around my neck. How about you bite the fucking curb and I stomp on the back of your head until your teeth chatter? I will curb stomp you and piss on your dead body. I'm legit glad you got home in one piece. Also, if you ever get stuck in Ohio, just look for a giant goth redneck with graying hair and a cane. I'll help you. Thank you. See, that's all I wanted to hear, bro. All I wanted to hear. But anyways, yeah. I don't know how to explain this, but like I really wish I got a video of it, because now you guys think that I'm bullshitting you when I say that it was that bad. But I need you to understand that it is the kind of weather that if I kept driving that car in that weather, I would have lost control in the middle of nowhere, okay? It's not that I think that I just would have fucking exploded, right? I would have lost control, spun off the road, maybe even flipped a few times. Like, it was dangerous. What car was it? A McLaren GT.
Don't worry, y'all, she can't hurt you
Guys.
with those soft feet.
Jump the downforce of your ass will destroy the hurricane. It wasn't a hurricane, it was a tornado. Listen, my butt might be big, but I don't think that it could beat a fucking, what's it called? I don't think it could beat a tornado. God damn it, now I want a goon. When you guys compliment my ass, it gets me worked up, it makes me want a goon. But I can't because we're on Twitch. Man, when is Twitch gonna get bought by OnlyFans and let people start gooning, bro?
Calm down, lolly lol.
So sad. So sad. Twitch has anti-goon laws. Sorry, was that TMI? That was probably TMI. I'm sorry. I'll behave. I'm sorry. That was really out of pocket of me. I should have kept that. I should have kept that in my head. I won't misbehave again. I apologize, Dan Clancy. Bro, just go on like a corn streamer website, bro. Hold on. Go on a corn streamer website. You must be new here. You must be really new here. Guys, Patreon exists. You must be you must be really new here. You must be really fucking new here. Bro doesn't know. Bro lacks critical info. Holy. It's hot as fuck you're freaky like that. Damn, you calling me freaky? I don't know. Sometimes I worry that my freakiness might be a little bit too much because, okay, guys, so let me explain something, okay? I read a lot of comments on my what's it called, on my like social media. I get them on my videos, especially of people that are accusing me of like fucking like gooner bait, like being too freaky, like being a porn addict, okay? Like all of these things, like people say that I'm faking it, right? That I'm like not actually like that much of a gooner, like, or that I'm like intentionally being overtly freaky for attention on social media. I need you guys to understand that I'm just like that. I'm just like that. There's no faking or playing up here. I'm just like that. I swear to God, I am just like this. If Twitch could get fucking, what's it called? Twitch could get like absolutely obliterated tomorrow. Fucking the internet could stop working. And I would go into my room, I would go onto my bookshelf, and I would find my hard copy, printed copy of Euphoria. And I would read that shit 50 times over. Okay? And like nothing would change. Okay? Nothing would change. Nyannie, I want you to let you know that I'm glad you're safe. I've been in a similar situation before and it's scary. I was lucky to be in a heavier car, but I didn't make the situation less scary. Also, sorry this message a bit behind a comment. You're fine. I appreciate it. And yeah, fucking trying to get through bad weather, especially alone, is like, it's scary, chat. Like, I get that some of you are like able to do that without like really thinking about it, but like that was, for me, I was alone in the middle of nowhere in an unfamiliar place in the middle of fucking Indiana. Out in the cornfields. And my phone is fucking going off with tornado warnings around my location like every 3 seconds. Like you have to understand how scary that is for me. Okay. Like it's one thing to do it and like not be very far from home. It's another thing to be 2 hours away from home in the middle of nowhere. That was terrifying. And I haven't seen one atta girl. I haven't seen one atta girl in chat. I haven't seen one person say atta girl for me surviving. Praise me or I'll kill you. There we go. See, that's better. That's so much better. So much better. So much better. Yep, lay it on. Lay it on all over the face. So much better. Praise. That's that good stuff. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and do the Invader V thing, I swear. I promise. I love you, chat. You guys are amazing. You know, somebody told me that that'll go live and yap for an hour before actually doing anything else, and I think I like told them that they were stupid. And I look over at OBS and I realize we've been live for an hour and I've just been sitting here yapping. And there's a whole other segment of the stream that I have planned out. Do you love your voice and your stories? Yeah, well, I love you, bitch. Bitch. How about them apples? Yeah, that's right. I called you a bitch. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it, pussy? It's like a chat. It's like the same thing. It makes me. I sometimes people like message me on things with like threats and stuff, and it makes me giggle when they do that because it's like people are like, I would beat the shit out of you if I ever saw you. It's like, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You're bitch made. No, the fuck you wouldn't. You wouldn't do shit. Like, let's be real, bro. If there are any hate watchers in here that have that have told me that have said shit like that to me, telling me that you'd hit me or slap the fuck out of me if you ever saw me, no, the fuck you wouldn't. You're bitch made, bro. You won't do shit. You won't do shit, bro. You ain't about that life. You know what though? I am about that life. I am about that life. Step to me. Pull up and I will make you perish. I will personally see to it that you end up on a t-shirt with your lifespan on it. By the end of the business day, you will be in a casket. So if you're really about that life, pull the fuck up. Pull up right now. Pull the fuck up. All right, I'm done crashing out. I'm sorry. Nyannie seems like the kind of person to fall upstairs. Mods, obliterate that guy. Obliterate that chatter. Obliterate that chatter.
Sending in my last 100 bits for your thoughts on a pickup line. Here it is. I grew up living a cowboy's life, so could you do me a favor and me my cowgirl, and ride me like one?
That's pretty good Riz. It probably sounds better when it's not what's it called? When it's not TTS. That's pretty good though. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10. Okay, hold on. There you go. All right. Now you can see the game. Yeah, and just a warning, saying shit like this can turn really bad. I love that you stand on business like the boss you is, but just be safe. I hope the fuck it does. I hope the fuck I hope the fuck it does. I wish a bitch would pull up. Just got some top from the stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, just bought a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me, this bitch a hoe. Met her at the store, you know how it goes. She wanna smoke, so I got some dope and took her to the O. Just got some top from the stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, just bought a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me, this bitch a hoe. Met her at the store, you know how it goes. She wanna smoke, so I bought some dope and took her to the O. Pull up. Pull up. She's a YN now. I'm the world's first crash out VTuber. I'm the world's first Atlanta VTuber.